Good morning, crew. It is Wednesday. I do apologize. There was not any chance that there was going to be a Monday or Tuesday check-in. But we've actually got stuff going on today. We're picking the pears today. We are taking care of something else that I just blanked on. So, shorter vlog this week. Probably. We'll see. It's my phone. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I know they don't look like pears, like what you might get from the grocery store, but let me tell you something, guys. That is off of one little tree that is probably 30-something years old. They taste good. They taste like Bartlett pears. I'm going to be watering it a lot more next year. And as it stands, I'm probably going to be making pear sauce with these guys. Dave thinks that they're not ripe yet. I think that they are. Of course, and again, I've never had a soft pear, so I wouldn't know what a soft, ripe pear tastes like. They're always hard. They're always kind of hard. Yes! And that one, they go like this. Here, LT. LT, look. Hey, come here. Psst. Look. She is very curious about the things that smell of outside. That is not why I bought that. I'm not trying to do a journal rainbow. Good morning, crew. It is Thursday. And like Maggie is saying, it was a long night, wasn't it, baby? It was a very long night. We had severe weather moving through Cochise County. When I say severe, I mean there was hail, there were a lot of wind, we had tornado watches, and I think some tornado warnings. It was bad last night. There was so much lightning. My bedroom does not have curtains on all of the windows, so the ones closest to the bed don't have blackout curtains, which would have been nice last night. But the guest bedroom has blackout curtains, so me and Maggie retreated to the guest bedroom and put the fan on us and did our best to sleep between thunderstorm rumbles. Oh man. My husband had to leave for Phoenix a little after 3 a.m. I could not get back to sleep. I tried to go lay back down for a nap, and they know. No nap. There was no nap today. My husband left out on the bike, too, so he got wet. But the bike was the cheaper option in getting back up there for gas mileage. From there, he's rented a vehicle and is going and seeing a member of the crew. I mentioned them, not by name, a couple weeks ago, but they were told by their cancer doctor to get their affairs in order. But because of goobers that I love dearly, I'm not able to go up because I don't have anybody in the area that these guys know and trust yet. So we'll see what we get into today, okay? We'll see what we get into today. Good morning, crew. Friday. So we kind of got caught up on our sleep last night, didn't we, Maggie? Kinda. I slept better. There were no storms, but let me tell you guys something. I'm not gonna be working on the house. And then tomorrow, I will try to work on outside. We've got storms that are supposed to hit the area mid-afternoon, about 3 p.m. We'll see what goes down with that. And everybody wants mommy's attention now that she's talking to the thing in her hand. Why are you making all woman noises at me? Most I actually have to do today is just sweep. I also need to get back into doing some pattern testing. I have several things I need to finish. And I need more coffee. Right? Coffee time? No, you two just want to go outside. Hey guys, voiceover Evelyn here. Just wanted to explain real quick what I'm doing. Several months back, my husband and I picked up a couple packages of chicken quarters, and they weren't great. They weren't bad or anything, they just didn't taste good. So one of the things that I've had to do with them is actually marinate them overnight. And this first marinade is a very, very simple marinade. I'm gonna take you through me making the marinades. All I'm doing for this first one is just soy sauce, about 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Make sure those are nice and cleaned up. And then I'm going to be adding ginger. Actually, the next thing I add in the video is actually honey. Honey is, you don't really taste the honey in the marinade. It's more as a flavor binder and a very slight sweetener. And then I'm going to be adding probably close to 2 tablespoons of ginger. 1, 2, yep, 2 tablespoons. And then I'm just going to let that come to a boil. And I do add a little bit of brown sugar towards the end of this particular clip, just because it wasn't quite sweet enough. I wasn't getting the sweet binding factor for all this. So that was probably about 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. And then we're just gonna let it come to a boil, get hot. And I'm gonna put it in a jar, and then it's gonna get put into the refrigerator to cool. Number one thing you need to remember when you're marinating meats, you have to let your brine or marinade come down to a colder temperature, because if you put it on your meat hot, you could introduce bacteria that will make you and your family horrifically sick. Now for this next one, I've washed my pot in between marinades. I've let it cool down and cleaning the stove. So this one is just going to be a lemon and black pepper with a little bit of salt. I'm using whole black peppers, and my first step, I'm just boiling the black peppers
in the water to get all of that nice black pepper flavor into the water first before I add my lemon and my salt. And I'm going to be using canning and pickling salt. And the main reason for that is because I don't need as much salt when I'm using a curing and pickling salt as what I would if I was using a table salt. And the lemon juice. And I'm just going to let that come to boil. And it'll be just a couple of seconds for you guys because magic of editing. But I actually let this boil for probably close to 5 minutes. So. And we're boiling. You'll see me putting salt into the smaller container here because I want to add the salt a little bit at a time, and I'm using a 1/8 teaspoon. This is just the lemon juice I'm adding here real quick. I gave it a quick taste and it was like, not enough lemon, more lemon. There we go. So the first little bit of salt that I put in was 3/8 of a teaspoon. I'm making sure that it is dissolved, tasting it, not quite salty enough. 1 more 1/8 of a teaspoon, and then right there was about what I wanted. So probably about 1/2 a teaspoon. 1 more pinch just for good luck. Now from here, I'm gonna let the salt continue to dissolve a little bit more, and then we're gonna put it in our jar, and I changed my mind about filling the jar in the stove, and you'll see why here in a minute. That is a canning funnel. Those things are wonderful when you can a lot. And right there you see why I moved it. I made a little too much brine to fit into my quart jar, made a huge mess, and you'll actually see here, I'm going to be putting some of the brine back into the pot and putting as many of the peppercorns as I can back into the jar. And then the jar goes into the refrigerator to chill.
Somebody hasn't unhappy because there are rumbles in the distance. It's monsoon season, that happens. Oh, but it is almost time for monsoon season to wrap up here in the next few weeks, so it might extend late into August, we'll see. But I'm looking forward to getting a solid night's sleep and not having myself woken up by a lightning show. It's Saturday, crew. I need to get some weeding and some mowing done, and I don't wanna. It's gonna get done. So, 140-volt battery gets about 1/3 through the yard. A lot of it I have to weed eat. I'm not doing that though. Mowed until the fresh battery that I put on ran out. I am now going to take my boots off, enjoy a glass of iced coffee, and kind of game plan a little bit better for tomorrow morning. Because I'm sorry, I'm not doing this shit in the middle of the day. Hi. Izzy. Izzy. Hi. Time for iced coffee. No, it doesn't look great in the bag, but the chicken is marinating. These will marinate for anywhere from 48 hours to 72, depending on when I eat them. The longer it marinates, the better it'll be. And that is the soy, honey, ginger with a little bit of brown sugar to help all the flavors work together with chicken. And as you can tell, that was a very small chicken quarter and it cooked down a lot. So very light soy. The ginger is
right there on the back end. And the sweet just brings everything together. Honey is more of a binder flavor than it is an actual flavor. So, a little bit of green onion there. I threw a couple spoonfuls of chili paste in just because a woman needed a little bit of spice. Seriously, guys, if you take nothing else away from this vlog this week, besides the fact that I get cranky in July and August, if you have poultry that's not quite tasting right, it's not because it's gone bad or it's gone off or it's rotten. It just doesn't taste good. I'm having to fend a lieutenant cat away from my dinner. Marinate it for at least 12 hours overnight. 24 hours is even better. 48 if it's a whole chicken that you're going to then be processing down. There are thousands of marinades out there, and I must highly recommend that you try it. If you haven't yet, I must encourage you. Because, you know, even if I don't eat all of that tonight, like if I eat half, I can still put that half back in a small container, and tomorrow or Monday, I've got a quickie meal I can throw in the microwave. The thunderstorm is dropping hail, and I got an alert on my phone to seek immediate shelter. And I could not tell, but I think there were quite a few it was bad. It was bad. As I'm fairly certain you guys just heard that lightning strike. Here's how I'm spending my Saturday night. It is Sunday, guys. This is going to be it for the this week's vlog. The pear butter that I'm planning on making is going to be its own video. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy that. But right now, I'm having to get the kitchen where I want it in terms of being clean, in terms of being organized, because canning takes a lot of space. And I have to save a cat because my oldest cat, Fiona, is being a little brat today. Quit. Look out, LT, she's going that way. So, and I did not sleep as well as what I could. Please forgive the face spots. When I turned 30, my body went, hey, remember all those years of being a teenager and not having acne? Yeah, we're going to catch up now. So, as always, thank you guys for sharing your time with me today. Hug your loved ones tight, and I will catch you in the next upload, which will be later this week, and hopefully pear butter.